6 p.m. on the dot. So for the moment, it is one-on-one, Mr. Tristan. I will ask you the fundamental question of every meeting. What should we have at every meeting?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pen and paper.
Beautiful. Pen and paper to take those notes. And especially today, as we are closing the month, we have the chance today to... Well, I'm going to use one of my books actually my latest book, which is called Selling the Best Thing in the World. And we're going to use the notion of present, past, and future. And we're going to do that so we get to know ourselves. And again, it's my belief that when we're able to know ourselves extremely well, then we're able to communicate to the world who we are and what we want, not just to the world, but to the universe. And in turn, we start living with power and direction. So you have your pen and paper ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start with the present. I'm gonna read. I picked out a few parts of the book, and I'll give you the context. So a merchant sets up in a little town, and he puts up his sign, and it says "Selling the best thing in the world." And there's a person. She's intrigued. She shows up and she says, "So what are you selling?" And this is how it goes. He pulls out 3 cards from under the table, and he shows her the 3 cards. He gives her 1 card, and he says, "Don't look at it yet. It's going to be important, but not right now." And then he puts 2 other cards on the table face down. As they talk, he says, "All right, we're going to flip this card." So he flips the card, and it represents the present. And it says, "This card represents you. It doesn't represent you yesterday. It doesn't represent you tomorrow. It represents you today." And the person who walked up to him, she said, "But it's empty." And he said, "Exactly." And this is the lesson that we need to understand, is that every single morning we wake up, we have the chance to become whatever we want. And we tend to forget that because we think, even though like we're planning for the future and all that, it's very important to know that, hey, I wake up in the morning, I have the chance to go for it all or just stay home. I have the chance to work on myself or not. I wake up with a blank canvas every single day. That's the most important part of this. So when we look at our present, when we wake up in the morning, it's very important to be in that moment. Be in that moment. And this is how we're going to transition. So this is what this is word for word in the book. So every morning you wake up, you're given this: a blank canvas, no labels, no guarantees, no limits. And here's the most important part: except the ones you bring with you. But before you can decide what goes on this blank canvas, you need to understand what you're already carrying. So there he's referencing the past. So she's been holding that card that he gave her since the beginning. And she's like, and then he says, "All right, now you can turn it." So she turns the card, but the card doesn't have something. It's not blank, but it doesn't show an image. It shows emotion. It shows experiences that she went through. And that's the thing, is when we look at the past. So it said the surface shifted immediately. There was no writing, no pictures. It just turned into experiences. So I'm going to read. I put a big part because you can picture this in your mind. All right. This is the part where people are like, "Oh my goodness, I could feel that from my past. I just never thought it was there." So she felt pressure. You know, that constant feeling of needing to be more, but never feeling like enough as a football player. The weight of expectations, spoken and unspoken, pressing down on her shoulders. You see, the card moved again. So on the card, it's moving. She felt guilt, moments she wished she had handled differently. Words she replayed late at night. You know, when you're laying in bed and you're like, "Yo, what the heck, man?" Or after a game, you're like, "Yo, I could have done that better. I could have done this better." Opportunities she talked herself out of and then blamed herself for missing. The card showed her fear, man, fear. There is always something that we fear. And sometimes we forget that we're carrying that with us. So it showed the fear of disappointing others, the fear of being seen too clearly. All right, we don't want to. How could I put it? Especially, I don't know for you, especially as men, there's always a part of us that we want to keep secret. And you know, what's your age now at the moment?
I'm 17.
17. Let's freaking go, bro. I'm literally double your age. I'm 34. That's insane. But as you go, you'll see and it's not bad. I don't even know what the reason is, but there's a part of you like, yo, I want to keep it a secret, a bit like a superhero, like Batman. Batman, he wants to keep that version of himself a secret, and that you'll see as you go. There's gonna be a part of you like, man, I really want to keep it a secret. So she felt the fear that if she truly stepped forward, she might fail, and that failure would confirm every doubt she'd ever had about herself. So that's going for those reps, and you run your routes and you don't know if you're going to catch the ball or not. That's seeing yourself in the future. Like, oh my goodness. The moments that it happened, where you're like, I'm going to step up, I'm going to run my route, and you drop the ball. And those stick with us. Then there was the moments with others. She felt the sting of words that stayed with her long after they were spoken. So things that people have told us, and we're like, that hurt. And we tend to keep that with us, even if we don't want to. The dismissals, the comparisons, so people comparing themselves to us for no reason. Thank you for joining. So the times she was made to feel small without anyone ever raising their voice. So just to put you in context, we're going through the present, past, and future of who we can become. And then this is the hardest part that she had to go through as she was watching the past and everything she went through. Is the moments where the pressure was done from her to her. So the quiet insults spoken only in her mind. So when you drop the ball and you're like, man, I'm such an idiot. I could have cut 1 yard short, or I could have, man, if I just made that block, if I just studied a bit more, I'm an idiot. You're a fool. All these little things that we say to ourselves. The times we choose safety over truth. So a little white lie just to keep things comfortable, right? And on this card, right, as she's looking at the card, it didn't soften any of it. All the emotions that we've lived, this card didn't soften any of it. It just showed. It just showed what had happened. And you know, sometimes we don't realize what we've been carrying all our life. Whether we're 17, 34, 50. But here is the most important part out of this, guys, is once we're able to go back and do a retrospection of who we've been. So retrospection is as simple as looking into the past. Looking at yesterday. What did I do yesterday that I could do better today? What did I do yesterday that was excellent and that I can keep doing? Is once we realize what we've been carrying, we can start the process of letting go of what hurt us and what is not for us, and stepping into what is my past teaching me? And there we remain a student. Because a lot of people will stay in the hurt. Why me? Why did that have to happen to me? Why did I drop the ball? Why did I fumble? Instead of, man, I fumbled the ball. Did I practice holding the ball at all? I did not. So I'm going to practice now. Right? These are all little things. Once we do that, we spend time learning about ourselves, we're able to step into that person, that version of ourselves that says, okay, now I can learn from what I've lived. All right, now we're stepping into the future. So we looked at the present. We said that the present on this card, there's 3 cards, right? The first card represents the present. On this card is blank because every day we're given a blank canvas. We're given the the freedom to do whatever we want with our lives. And if you think about it, we really do. It's not our circumstances that determine that. And then we just looked at the past. Who have we been? Have we learned, or we just stayed in the why me? Now we're going to go to the future. I'm going to read exactly what the book says. The merchant let the silence do its work before reaching for the final card on the table. The one that had remained untouched, unrevealed. Your future is unrevealed. This, he said, resting his fingers lightly on it, is not who you will be. It's who you could be. And that's important, guys. Our future is it's not who we choose who we could be by what we do today. And what we do today can be maximized by understanding who we were yesterday. All right. So that future card is a bit different than the present and the past. The present is blank. You decide what you want to do with it. The past, it showed emotion, showed experiences. The future showed direction. It revealed direction. In the sense that when I'm able to paint my canvas in the present, I start having direction in the future on where I need to go. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if it makes sense. All right. So it gives me direction in my life on where I need to go. And that's where your life just becomes clear. At the end of the day, guys, it's getting all the clutter, all the crap out of our mind so we could see clearly where we need to go. And it might not happen the way we want it to happen, but it will happen as it is supposed to happen. So I want to encourage you guys. This is going to be the shortest call already, guys. I want to encourage you guys. Actually, if ever you guys want a copy of the book or the books, let me know. Just send me a message on Instagram. Look at who you are. Look at who you are today. And actually think about you when you wake up. What are your first thoughts? Are you already looking towards the day like, oh my goodness, I got class at 9 a.m. I'm up at 6 already. I gotta take the bus. I gotta take the metro. Or are you looking at yesterday? Oh my goodness, bro. Like, that's messed up, man. I missed whatever. I didn't pass my exam. Or are you waking up and honing in on yourself? And actually, take these. Note this down if you can. I'm going to give you 3 actions that you can take so you can hone in on yourself in the morning as soon as you wake up. This is what I do. So your eyes open. The first thing you're going to do, if you have to shut off an alarm, you shut it off. If not, great. Don't look at any screen. The first thing you do is either you stay laying down or you sit by your bedside. And you are going to think of 10 things that you're grateful for. As soon as you wake up, 10 things that you are grateful for. It could be, man, I am grateful for having a roof over my head. I'm grateful for sleeping and waking up in a bed. I'm grateful for the floor that's under my feet. I'm grateful for the fact that I can see. I'm grateful that I get to live another day. I'm grateful that I get to play the game of football because so many people would love to and they don't get to. I'm grateful for having my family. I'm grateful for having my father. I'm grateful for having my sister. I'm grateful for everything that is. You choose 10. Just 10. It takes 20 seconds to go through. And you don't have to memorize, guys. You just have to sit down there and think about where you are. I'm grateful for having a pillow. Some people don't have a pillow, guys. Some people are sleeping on the ground. So what this is going to do is going to program your brain to say, wow, this is what we have. And when you do that repeatedly every morning, you're able to wake up and clearly see that, man, I am exactly where I need to be at the present moment, not yesterday, not today. The second thing that you're going to do is simply acknowledge your breath. You don't have to change it. Just say, I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. Because remember this, guys, Our breath is the first gift that we're given when we enter this world, and it's the last thing we leave when we die. And it baffles me that most people don't focus on their breath. Like, breath work it seems to be like this special thing, but guys, everyone has breath. Without breath, no one lives. So you take 10 to 20 seconds in the morning to just focus on your breath. And you get to focus on the first gift that you get. And once those are done, here's the closing action that you can take. You do this, you separate yourself from the 99%. You make your bed. You make your bed. There's even there's a book called Make Your Bed. And it's written by an admiral in the US Navy that talks about the importance. The US Navy, known to be some of the most elite, disciplined people in the world. The most disciplined people in the world, far beyond anybody. And they base their discipline and how they see things on one action: making their bed. Because they say if you can get up and humble yourself to make your bed and develop that habit where you make it every single day as perfect as you can, then you start your day off with a win. And if you can accept that you can win at other things simply by starting your day off by making your bed, then guys, a football game, we're gonna win. Your one-on-ones, you're gonna win. Because it's the habit. It's not literally the action. It's just the habit of saying, I'm winning. I'm starting my day off with a win. A lot of guys, I say a lot of people because I hear a lot of people, they wake up and they gasp for air like another day. Now imagine the effect that has on your life. Instead of being grateful for what you have, you just I gotta go to school. The more you do it, the more that's gonna happen, guys. Your brain's just gonna absorb, and before you even wake up, your brain's gonna say, hey, you're already tired. You're already tired. But if you do these three little things, guys, these three actions, the impact that it will have once you step onto the football field, I promise you, because I've lived it, guys, I promise you, 10 things you're grateful for, focus on your breath, and make your bed. No one is ever too great to not make their bed. Make your bed. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if it does. Perfect. So on that note, guys, it's our last call of the month. We will jump on next Thursday. Is it last call of the month? What's the date next? We are back on, this April 2nd. Time is flying. So guys, this call will be on YouTube. If you want the YouTube link, I post all the calls. And so are there any questions? Guys, go give it. We'll see each other next Thursday.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there. Have a great one.